people. It's another day in the bush with the 20 rep squats, and we're going up 5 pounds. We're hitting 260 today. And like I said, our goal is to get it up to 315. At some point, we might have to micro load. And another thing too is, like I said, I'm starting to, that mindset that you get from these, I'm starting to get that carryover to, everyday life. I'm starting to figure out, getting my shit together and figuring out I can do anything as long as I put my mind to it and have the right type of positive mindset. And that's part of the reason I, wanted to start doing 20s again, because my endurance sucked from being sick. I lost a lot of endurance. This is still, pencil weight compared to what I used to do. I did 308 for 21 before, and I did 275 for 31 before. And, if I get that mindset dialed in, I feel I can be better than I was in the past. If I keep this up, like I said, sometimes you got to take a couple steps backward to get forward. And, that's another thing in life. But I think life in general is like a set of 20 rep squats. It beats you down, and, it looks like you're not going to make it, but you just got to take a couple breaths and push through it. So that's what this is teaching me. That's what I'm trying to get. Trying to use this to help me through some kind of uncertain times. So I'm gonna get a drink here, go up there, use the restroom, get my chalk, and then I'm just gonna attack this with as much, kahunas as I got in there. So, and another thing too, I want to say too, is when you do these, how I said to break it up into sets of 5. Like I said, it's best to tell yourself, okay, after the first 5 reps, I'm a quarter of the way there. Then when you get to 10, the next set of 5, you're halfway. And then when you do the next 5 after that, home stretch, 15, no reason to quit. Then just 5 more, and then you're free. So, like I said, it's best to break it up into individual sets of 5 for me, and be like, okay, 5 quarter of the way there, another 5 halfway, another 5 home stretch, another 5 done, or maybe let's see if I can crank out a few more. But that's the best way to approach it. Or whatever works for you. You can break it up into 3 rep sets, you can break it up in, it doesn't really matter as long as you get it done, however, but it's best not to, like I said, count 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 20, because that's just going to dawn you mentally, because by the time you get to rep 10, that's usually when the mental fatigue sets in, when you're like, okay, I should just rack this, I'm not going to make it, or maybe my form's not my stance isn't as good as I want it, or maybe the bar slid a little bit further down my back than I wanted it. Like I said, when it comes to this, it isn't about having, keep in mind I want to have good form. I'm aiming for good form. But if you have a little bit of form breakdown, it's really not that big of a deal. The point is to complete the set. So, like I said, usually your mind will be like at 10, okay, let's stop, because during your normal, like your base building workouts, you do stuff like 5x5, 4x4, 10x3, 6x6, 3x10. The point is, rarely do you ever go above 10 reps during those base building phases. And that's what this is helping me with too, because I felt that even prior to I got sick, prior to me being sick and depressed and all that jazz, a lot of my workouts I was feeling good. I'm like, okay, I'm getting a pump, I'm doing some squats, a bit of deadlifts, a bit of bench, I'm playing with some different variations on bench. But at the same time, I was kind of just really going through the motions. I had a little bit more muscle than I did now, obviously. And I was a little bit stronger, but I felt like I was just going through the motions. So it's like, okay, am I really pushing myself more? are these workouts too much volume and are they taking too long to where I'm just going through motions? So that's another thing that I've realized too is, you know, you can't always just go through the motions of the workout. Sometimes you gotta dig deep. Yeah, give me some of that. Ah. Come on. Hmm. Oh, quarter of a fucking way there. Ah! What the fuck? You look at me, you nerd. Just a little bit more water, guys. A little dehydrated. You got it. You got it. You got it. 20. You got it. 30. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drive myself nuts, Lord. Oh, it's a. I did. I'm gonna do four. I got 10. First 10 are gonna be the hardest. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh! Wait. I'm at 7, 8, 9, 100. I'm at 2 to 100. 21. But, first set of 5. Second set of 5. Second set. Third set of 5. 5, 3. 1, 2. What am I do? This is my 1. Here's my 2. I'm gonna say down. I'm gonna do 3. I'm gonna do one more. Help me, Lord. Let me get the 5 I want to wish for. 5. Easy, easy. I don't want to do 5 anymore. I just want to do 10. But take it easy. Okay, people. Okay, people. No more. Dylan, the mindset's on. Failure is never an option. Even if you gotta sit under the bar all day, even if it's nighttime and you're waiting on rep 19. her back, getting my drive back too. No quitting. Everything in life is psychological. Your mind tells you to quit. Fight through your mind.